What's up, guys? It's Mayor. Today we're getting into part 2 of our Sniper Wolf, I wouldn't say deep dive, more of an exploratory process, if you will. It's been very informative for me. Look, this isn't us bashing Sniper Wolf type of thing. It's really not that. Here's the deal. I've done a lot of reaction videos to Sniper Wolf, reacting to content that I've been in, which is why I was reacting to her in the first place. And while I never really cared about her channel in particular, it was more about the content that I had connection to, I think it's important for me to be educated about people that I seem like I'm supporting. Obviously, she didn't care if I support her or not. I'm like this big, right? But I care. It's called a conscience. Some people have one. Look, going down the Sniper Wolf rabbit hole has been an eye-opening experience for me. I never had anything against her, but I personally am not a fan of blindly worshiping our idols. Okay? I think it's something that we do in our society a lot, especially when we're young. It's really, really unhealthy. That kind of thing will have you overlooking the really cute partner who might not actually be treating you that nice, a toxic work environment. I mean, the list goes on and on. I know that I have gotten myself in more than one situation in life where you kind of trust something that doesn't really feel right, or somebody might have some red flags that you decide to overlook because you just want to believe in the good in people. Just don't waste your time. That's my speech for today. We're about to get into our first video by Tamimi. Apparently she has released a series of these videos, so I highly recommend going to her page and checking them out. She just got married, by the way, so congratulations for that. She's pretty level-headed, so I'm excited to see what she has to say on this.
Hello friends, it's me. If that's a model, my left toe can be a model.
This is embarrassing. I get why you deleted it.
With over 33 million subscribers, Sniper Wolf is one of YouTube's most popular creators and has been for quite some time.
Hello friends, it's me.
While Leah, aka Sniper Wolf, used to be popular for her gaming content, she has immensely grown from her reaction content.
Okay, so yeah, similar to what other creators have said so far, it's an upset about a lack of substance when it comes to her content, but in this video, I would like to try and find out more about her personality, so we'll see if this goes into that, even though I do believe that she did just do another collab video with Dar, which tells me a little bit about her personality. I mean, look, you typically are who you surround yourself with, and overlooking the fact that this person has controversies surrounding them for not treating their people very well and being like, whatever, who cares about them, peons. I don't know if she said that or not. I don't even know if she thought about it. But yeah, I don't really have a lot of respect for anybody who aligns themselves with that guy. Any adult.
This also includes attempts of her getting critics silenced, saying really nasty things and being really awful to people both online and in public, lying a lot, and one of the more recent things being the way she treated a young fan
who passed away from cancer.
I've heard a lot about this. The ghosting of a terminal cancer patient. People were leaving me a lot of comments saying that Sniper Wolf did that. And if that's true, then that would be really gross.
Well, come on, you have to give her a chance to show that she's changed if a lot of this happened years ago, right? The thing is, as I have said in my previous video, and as I am repeating now, a year later, I still don't think that she has changed much as a person, or as a creator. Her genre of content might have changed, but that's about it. Just like how she fails to show much effort into her content now and in the past, she also fails to show that she has grown at all as a person. Which I get it, everybody grows at different rates, everybody's on their own path, and everybody's on their own journey when it comes to self-improvement. Nobody's perfect, and nobody ever will be, but with that in mind, when it comes to Sniper Wolf, her track record of being so awful seems to never stop. It just continues on and on, without any repercussions, without any consequences, and without any means to change.
While I may not know what she's specifically referencing right here, what type of behavior, I have to agree with that. When people say like, something happened in the past, it's why are we bringing it back up again? A pattern of behavior is not something to ignore. If someone continuously behaves in a certain way time and time again, no matter what, like when you get called out on it or something and somebody's like, hey, that was wrong, and it's like, oh, you know, you kind of backtrack on it a little bit, and then you just do it again, and you do it again, and you do it again, you're not changing for the better. Obviously, said it a million times, we all make mistakes. I'm far from a perfect person. Now I hope we figure out exactly how this pertains to Sniper Wolf. But yeah, it's important to point out if there is a pattern of behavior.
Recently, Jax Film saw a tweet posted by YouTube that stated, "Where does Sniper Wolf get her video ideas? From fans." Here's what she had to say at VidCon23 YouTube's keynote. "It's really important for me to engage with my audience. I get a lot of content ideas from them in the comment. It's important to grow and adapt as a creator." I really don't think she's grown much, to be honest with you.
I've never really gone into her comment section and seen if she really interacts with fans or not, but just doesn't really seem like the type. That's judgmental of me. I was talking to somebody at DAR when she had done her first collab over there. It was one of the crew members. They said that they asked her, "Where do you get all of your ideas? You put out so much content." And her response was, "I just watch a lot of YouTube videos." Which, yeah, I mean, I'm sure she does, but it's definitely a different answer.
I will admit, though, that I do respect when anybody can achieve the level of success that she has by doing what she does. Well, sort of. You see, if she did it ethically, which she doesn't really seem to have done, but there are a lot of creators that do similar things to what she does that also gain success, so really I respect that in general, not so much her as a person or a creator. Again, compared to other creators, I do think Sniper Wolf cuts corners. And unlike what she says in her response to Jack here, "Wow, I can't stand that a female YouTuber is getting more views than me even though I make the same content. Grr, life is hard." Also, I hate bringing gender into this, but no one ever attacks the male React channels. Actually, Leah, people have attacked many other React channels.
Why you gotta play the victim? I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt, guys, really, but come on now.
Lying to gain sympathy from her followers is something that Sniper Wolf does far too well, unfortunately. Listen, I'm not going to tell you that I know every single thing that Leah experiences as a famous reaction YouTuber, because I obviously don't know. I'm not going to tell you that she hasn't actually experienced any mistreatment due to being a woman on YouTube, because it's absolutely possible that she has. But I will say that she is not the only creator who has received backlash for this type of content, and her being on YouTube for as long as she has been, there is no way she isn't aware of this. Especially when she makes comments about Jax Films and how he's stuck in 2013 and wonders why people don't find him funny anymore.
Why you gotta be nasty though? If somebody criticizes your style of content for a pretty legitimate reason, then like why start beef with them? Also, I personally think that Twitter is kind of a coward's way out for handling beefs. Maybe it's just because I haven't seen any videos of her doing this. She has so many videos, and apparently there have been so many beefs that I'm sure at some point in time she has addressed some of these issues on camera. Just saying that when I have an issue with someone or I truly feel someone is wrong, I use my voice to connect with my audience, which seems to be what Jax Films has been doing. When that someone won't meet me back with that same type of connection and that same realness, and instead goes to a platform like a Twitter, as if a PR company were to be like, here's my statement, as opposed to being like, look guys, here's the real deal. Makes me feel like they're hiding behind something.
From one YouTube creator to another, I can definitely understand that sometimes, yeah, creating things can be difficult. There could be bumps in the road. There could be things that become stressful. And sometimes you can get burnt out, for sure. But when it comes to this specific situation, you're not going to get a lot of sympathy from people, whether that be viewers or other creators, for saying, "It's so hard to create React content. It's so hard to create content where I'm copying and pasting other people's thumbnails but putting my face over it and narrating everything I see with an obnoxious baby voice. It's way harder than it looks. And by the way, I am totally, definitely, 100% the very first person to ever create React content here on YouTube, so I should be the one credited whenever anybody makes another reaction video. They're stealing my ideas and my style." I'm gonna need you to sit down for a few minutes and be honest with yourself. Do you really think anybody is going to sympathize with that? I'm going to have to start charging you 20% since you get your ideas from me. She is not serious. There is no way she is serious with this tweet.
Two things. One, I recommend watching Tamimi's whole video. She really jumps into the Jax Films drama, and she gives a little bit of a historical deep dive into the origination of React content. And they definitely did not start with Sniper Wolf. And the audacity that the latter would have to say that somebody is copying her, that's a very serious lack of self-awareness. Since YouTube has started, it has changed dramatically. I remember when being a YouTuber was not cool. Oh, you couldn't get on MTV? Loser. You had to just put it on some random website where like anybody can see anything. No, I'm serious. Like, it wasn't cool. Now you have real creators making a legitimate business out of their craft on this platform. They have high quality cameras, they have high quality production, they have high quality microphones, they have high quality lights, they have high quality editing, they have high quality writers. Not everybody has writers. Not everyone has writers. It takes a lot of time, energy, and to a certain extent, money to get started on this platform if you're gonna do it right. So I get it. I think a good analogy would be like a group of thespians, right? They're doing these Broadway shows every night and they are talented. They are the top of the top. I mean, they have the best vocals. They are the best actors. They're the best dancers. They know what they're doing. And then this total non-thespian gets the starring role in the play, gets paid way more than anybody else, while allegedly working a lot less, or at least putting a lot less effort into the craft. If you admit you just got lucky and you give credit where credit is due, I don't think there's gonna be that many hard feelings. I mean, yeah, you might have some salty people, but if someone tries to flip the situation and be like, no, it's because I'm legitimately better than you, yeah, thespians ain't gonna like that. If there's anything that I have learned over the past 9 months to a year, it's that YouTube is a community at its core. And the best creators have respect for, if not each other, then at least each other's craft. So if you can't treat your fellow human being with common decency and respect because you think you're too big for them, too good for them, whatever, got yourself a nice little pedestal, well, it's just classist and I won't have it.
But it gets worse because she has the audacity to say this as well. His thumbnail's bad though. There isn't a single video I would want to click on. I wonder if he's picking them out or his editor is. Leah, your thumbnails are copy-pastes of the same 3 faces you make over top of the video you're reacting to. As soon as she starts to argue with Jack's Films, she goes right for his appearance. With a tweet she quickly deleted stating, "The only thing that's funny about you is your hairline. If your content was entertaining, it would reflect in your views." Come on, Leah.
As someone who doesn't have a lot of hair, I take personal offense to that.
This is who she is and who she always has been. And to be honest with you, I don't even think she was trying to be funny or have a clapback moment, if you will.
I think that just proved a lot of points against her right. You're not coming from a place of substance. You're coming from a place that's superficial and just mean. You can tell a lot about a person based on how they beef, by the way. Like, hit me with facts, dude. Hit me with logic. I feel like that's how people should fight in general. Let's talk facts, not emotion.
She has been known to do this a lot to a lot of different people over the course of several years.
When somebody hates on you, it's usually because they're unhappy with their own lives.
Well, we know that was scripted.
You said I have low self-esteem. Are you kidding me, you stupid?
If that's a model, my left toe can be a model.
I didn't have to spend thousands and thousands of dollars to look like this. I don't Photoshop any of my pics. I don't have time for that. Break your back to make it look like you got a pose unless you got lordosis.
And then people are saying, oh, you're making fun of them because they don't have any money. Go do something about that poverty, your welfare net. But how people see this and try to like switch the story around to make it seem like I'm the bad guy. Of course. It gets the views, right?
That did seem authentic.
I'm not against having some moments where you reach a point where, you know what, sometimes you have to be mean to another person. Sometimes you have to stand up for yourself. And sometimes that means having a witty comeback or saying something that might be on a more brash side. It's definitely human nature to be pushed past your limits at points and maybe even say things that you normally wouldn't. But in this case, this is just a repetitive pattern of behavior of nastiness that she continues to display over and over again. Now, here's the thing. I know a lot of her young fans will try to say, you're just jealous, you're a hater.
No, and no. I don't think Tamimi's jealous at all. I think she calls BS when she sees it, and that's respectable. Now look, I get it. Back in the day, okay, if you were to have told me anything negative about Eminem ever, I don't care what it was, 1, I would hate you for it, and 2, you could have the evidence right in front of me, laid out in plain sight. I wouldn't believe you. I would actively choose not to believe you. Once again, blindly idolizing people. And just so everybody knows, I'm still a huge Eminem fan. Have you seen my boyfriend? Robbie, I love you. Look, those clips display outright nastiness, and there is never an excuse to be nasty. Firm? Yes, all day, baby. But that's not what seems to be going on here. You can have disagreements. People argue about things, but being outright nasty is a choice. I don't mean like, hey, no, you did X, Y, and Z, that was wrong, here's why it's wrong, and I want an apology for it, or we need to remedy this in some sort of way. No, I mean mean. Nothing about what this person is going to say is going to help remedy the situation. It's just going to try to make the other person feel bad.
Someone can be successful, beautiful, have a great lifestyle, and still deserve criticism for some things. Sometimes, some people, not everybody, but a few, can have all of these things and still be an awful person.
Preach, girl. Preach.
Creators have their content or ideas stolen by a massive platform like SniperWolf's channel just for her to be nasty to those who call her out for it, for her to lie and seek pity from her impressionable fan base to get out of it, just like everything else she has done over the years. I honestly don't think that she's going to lose any massive amount of followers over this, nor do I think this is going to be detrimental to her since her audience is so young, but I also don't think she is going to change, especially not in regards to this specific issue with her content. I mean, why would she? Even YouTube enables her for this. That's why I completely understand JacksFilm's frustrations, as well as anybody else who feels the same way.
I think Tamimi made a lot of really great points in this video. I don't think she really got into the whole cancer patient thing, and I do really want to find out more about that. We do have one more video that I want to get into though. This one's from Oompaville. Maybe he'll touch on that issue.
Downy avatar looking 125 pounds is fat, you dumb pig. Leah kinda had a habit of being toxic and pointing out things that people would be sensitive about. Their nose, their weight, their faces. SniperWolf left a comment on your photo. You're disgusting as and you cake on makeup, I assume. I stole these from Nerd City's video. A lot of these, a little caption things, so go watch him. We have photos you can tell that she got a nose job. I don't think there's any reason to change your nose, but if it makes you feel better about yourself, then you just do it. Who cares? Sexy Wolf also made fun of a cam girl, calling her fake and saying that it was incredibly obvious.
Girl, the only medical bills you are paying is for that nose, the lips, the tits, and the
All right, so not just judging, but shaming girls for getting work done when she herself has had work done.
In 2021, a terminally ill 10-year-old girl by the name of Kiara was on a channel called No Jumper.
Oh, thank you. Oh, it's okay. Can I get a hug? Oh, it's okay.
When she was being interviewed by the people there, they asked her what her favorite person on TikTok was or who she followed, and she said her favorite YouTuber is SniperWolf.
Who's your favorite person you follow on TikTok?
SniperWolf. She's like a really big YouTuber.
Who's SniperWolf. You don't know about her. We gotta show you. You gotta put me on.
They laughed and joked about it, and then they let her know that they'd get in contact with her for her. SniperWolf reaches out to the mom and says that she would love to send her a message. Here's the full texts. This is awesome, in my opinion. What a great thing for SniperWolf to do. Just take a couple minutes out of her day to make a little girl's dream, whatever it may be, something come true. SniperWolf says that tomorrow would work, and if not, then Sunday. And the mom posted a story saying that she's gonna have a video call with SniperWolf, and then SniperWolf asked her not to share that because she'll get spammed. Some time goes by, they can't seem to get it all worked out. SniperWolf says, hey, I can do it in 2 hours. Then the mom says, that is 11 p.m. over on this side. We live in Massachusetts. Kiara will most likely not be awake. SniperWolf said, oh, okay, hopefully tomorrow. Does any time work during the day? So then the mom says, Kiara is up. We can do it whenever. And SniperWolf says, hey, sorry, I won't be home for another 2 hours. Might be too late. We can keep trying, but my day's usually very busy. Then the mom kind of gets disappointed. The mom calls her out on her bullshit and then posts it on her story, and SniperWolf is obviously upset. She says, no need to be rude. I said I would do it. It's Christmas and my family is visiting from out of town. She says, we are good.
Things happen. People get busy, but this is a terminally ill patient who you said you would do a call with. It really doesn't take that much time and effort. You don't even have to be dolled up for it. Well, you're so busy in your life. This person's life, it's ticking. They're not gonna get to live to your age. They're not gonna get to do the things that you get to do. I understand it was Christmas time, okay? But this was that person's last Christmas, I believe. And you were the gift that they wanted. You should be so lucky that someone would think of you that way. This makes me so angry, I wanna cry. Not only that, but the mom sharing it on her feed. Cool, you get blown up with DMs. Do you check your DMs anyways? Aren't you getting blown up anyways? The mom was obviously very, very, very excited. can you not? Because I don't normally do this. You're actually really lucky. Also, the response, I don't know that she would have responded if the mom didn't post that to her story. This is a frustrated mother. This is her child. Her child is dying. Her child has one wish. You promise to grant that child that wish. To take that away from them is so heartbreaking. And obviously you're so busy that the mom feels desperate and there's no other way to get your attention other than to be very, very stern with you and put it public, because obviously public reaction is all you care about. I just went from trying to be neutral in this whole thing to gone. I said I would do it. You don't have to be rude about it. The only person being rude here is Sniper Wolf. That is so foul. Now, apparently, she did end up doing the call with the child, who apparently passed away not long after, okay? But that was a lot more added stress that that family did not need. It should have been a gift, and that was it. That is so foul and disturbing. Who is to say whether she would have done the call with the girl if this hadn't been made into a public thing? Because apparently there were some people who found out about this and they let her have it online. Well, that tells me everything I need to know. I don't care about anything else. I don't care about gameplay. I don't care about... That's so gross. That is so gross. I don't even know how to sum up this video. I'm so heated right now. That seals that deal. Share your comments with me. I'd love to hear them. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm so sorry to that girl's family.